welcome to Fascinating Frontiers, episode 104. It's June 17th, 2026. Here's what's happening in space and science today. Chandra spots possible supernova remains surprisingly close to the Milky Way's central black hole. X-ray data from Chandra reveal a candidate supernova remnant in the Milky Way's central region. If confirmed, the remnant would rank among the closest known to the galaxy's supermassive black hole. The detection relies on extended X-ray emission matching expected signatures from an exploded star's debris. Confirmation would require additional multi-wavelength observations to distinguish it from other energetic processes near the black hole. Astronomers will next compare the feature against archival Chandra and radio datasets for structural details. From hidden stellar death near the galactic center to ghostly particles that can escape even denser cosmic furnaces, let's look at a neutrino traced across the universe. A single neutrino could cross a block of lead 1 light-year thick and emerge on the other side with barely any chance of interacting. These ghostly particles interact only through the weak force and gravity, so ordinary matter presents almost no obstacle. In the sun's core, trillions of neutrinos stream outward every second. On Earth, we detect only a handful per cubic centimeter each second, despite the flood passing through our bodies. Detectors like IceCube bury thousands of photomultiplier tubes deep in Antarctic ice to catch the rare flashes produced when a neutrino finally does collide with an atom. Researchers combined IceCube neutrino detections with radio and gamma ray observations to link an ultra-high energy neutrino to a galaxy whose jets point away from our line of sight. The galaxy's misaligned jets still produce neutrinos through interactions in dense surrounding material. This detection adds to evidence that such shadow blaster systems contribute to the cosmic neutrino flux. Follow-up monitoring will search for additional neutrinos from the same direction. While neutrinos cross the cosmos unimpeded, closer to home, we're spotting dust devils dancing across Martian valleys. The Mars Express orbiter captured dozens of dust devils across the Mamers-Valles region. These whirlwinds appear as dark streaks or bright plumes against the surface in high-resolution images. The observations help map local wind patterns and dust lifting processes in a mid-latitude valley system. Repeated imaging passes allow scientists to track how frequently these vortices form. Future orbits will target seasonal changes in devil activity, from surface winds on Mars to atmospheric extremes on distant exoplanets. JWST is revealing just how hot a hot Jupiter can really get. JWST measured day-side temperatures on a hot Jupiter exceeding earlier model predictions. The data show intense stellar irradiation driving atmospheric circulation and heat redistribution. Spectral features indicate varying cloud cover and chemistry across the planet's hemispheres. Researchers are comparing these results against circulation models to refine temperature and wind forecasts. Additional JWST phase curve observations are planned for similar planets. While we study scorching atmospheres light years away, this week skywatchers can watch our own moon pass in front of Venus. Observers across parts of North America can watch the moon occult Venus on June 17th. The event occurs as the moon travels eastward along the ecliptic. Venus will disappear behind the lunar disk for several minutes depending on location. Binoculars or small telescopes will show the planet's thin crescent phase just before and after the occultation. Clear skies near local sunset offer the best viewing window. From a fleeting sky event to a mission that could keep a long-serving observatory in the sky much longer, NASA plans the first dedicated boost for Swift. A dedicated spacecraft will rendezvous with the Neil Gehrels Swift Observatory this summer. The goal is to boost the telescope to a higher altitude and extend its operational life. Swift has provided rapid multi-wavelength follow-up of gamma-ray bursts and other transients since 2004. Engineers have developed a docking and propulsion system specifically for this first-of-its-kind servicing attempt. Engineers describe a summer rendezvous that would attach a small propulsion module to Swift. Raising the orbit by tens of kilometers would counteract ongoing atmospheric drag. The telescope's burst alert and multi-wavelength instruments remain fully functional. Success would mark the first dedicated boost of an active NASA astrophysics mission. Preparations continue ahead of the planned launch window. Extending old missions pairs naturally with upgrading facilities already in orbit. Astronauts activated an enhanced version of NASA's Cold Atom Lab aboard the ISS. The facility now reaches lower temperatures and supports longer observation times for quantum gases. Microgravity allows researchers to study Bose-Einstein condensates without gravitational sag that limits ground experiments. New capabilities will probe fundamental questions in quantum mechanics and atom interferometry. Data from the upgraded instrument are expected within weeks. From quantum labs in orbit to remnants of entire galaxies, Webb and Hubble have reclassified one of the Milky Way's densest star clusters. Combined observations show Tarzan 5 is the remnant of an accreted dwarf galaxy rather than a classic globular cluster. Hubble provided precise proper motion measurements, while Webb supplied infrared views of its stellar populations. The cluster contains stars with a wide range of ages and metallicities, consistent with galactic building blocks. These findings refine models of how the Milky Way assembled through mergers. Further spectroscopy will map chemical abundance patterns across the system. Understanding galactic building blocks leads us to ask how thoroughly we searched our own backyard for possible alien artifacts. A new analysis concludes that only a tiny fraction of the volume inside Earth's orbit has been surveyed for possible alien artifacts. The 5 human-built interstellar probes demonstrate that technological civilizations can launch objects on escape trajectories. Researchers outline strategies using existing and near-future surveys to improve coverage. They emphasize that non-detection so far does not rule out the presence of such objects. Expanded infrared and visible searches are recommended. From searching for alien tech to watching commercial constellations grow, several rocket stories round out the week. 3 Bluebird communications satellites separated successfully from their Falcon 9 upper stage. The spacecraft will test direct-to-cell connectivity from low Earth orbit. Ground teams confirmed deployment through telemetry shortly after separation. The mission adds to AST SpaceMobile's growing constellation aimed at filling coverage gaps. Further commissioning checks are underway. A Falcon 9 lifted off from Cape Canaveral carrying the Bluebird mission and returned its first stage to a drone ship. The booster touched down on a short fall of gravitas after approximately 8 minutes. This flight marks another routine reuse for the Falcon 9 fleet. Payload deployment occurred roughly 35 minutes after liftoff. The stage will undergo inspection before its next assignment. Amazon plans 6 additional launches this year using Atlas, Ariane, Vulcan, and Falcon vehicles. The schedule reflects ongoing efforts to populate the Kuiper constellation despite launch bottlenecks. Each provider brings different capacity and reliability profiles to the manifest. Demand for medium and heavy lifts continues to exceed current supply. Updates on specific mission assignments are expected later this summer. A Kuazhou 11 rocket lifted off from Jiuquan, carrying unidentified payloads. No public confirmation of orbital insertion has been issued. Tracking data suggests the mission may not have reached its intended orbit. Chinese state media have not yet released a statement on success or failure. Analysts continue to monitor for any delayed announcements. Routine launches continue even as we watch for rare nearby cosmic events. Observations of a nearby ultra-hot rocky planet reveal a thick hydrogen envelope replenished by volcanic outgassing. Extreme stellar heating drives continuous melting of the surface and release of volatiles. Spectral data indicate the atmosphere remains dynamically active rather than escaping entirely. The planet serves as a laboratory for studying magma ocean worlds at close orbital distances. Additional infrared measurements will track changes in atmospheric composition over time. Before we go, keep an eye on follow-up multi-wavelength observations that could confirm whether that galactic center X-ray feature is truly a supernova remnant interacting with material near Sagittarius A star. That covers today's space and science news. Share this with a fellow space enthusiast if you found it interesting. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. See you tomorrow. And if you'd rather watch than listen, Find us on YouTube at Nera Network. Links in the show notes. And before you go, this show is part of the Nera Network, a family of daily podcasts covering tech, science, markets, and more. If you enjoyed today's episode, give Models and Agents a listen, your daily briefing on AI models and agents. You can explore the whole lineup at neuranetwork.com. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.
Drifting softly through